Dobra, test mikrofonu. Nie żartuję. To tak, kolejna część. Nie chcę mi się z menu ruszać, więc ruszamy z buta od razu. Chcę zrobić szybko, trochę mi zależy na prędkości, więc trochę to zrobię. Co tutaj jest? Zacznę od góry. One of the chairs is wet. With blood? No, it's just a drink that I spilled. Yes. The drink. Hey, you see this? Where? There, under the ceiling. In the wooden bar that goes below the ceiling? Yeah. What of it? Looks like it's slightly damaged in one place. Like there's a mark there. Wasn't it like this before? I don't know, I feel like it wasn't. Maybe you just didn't notice it before because you weren't looking for clues. Maybe. Well, it won't hurt to know that. Tak, to jest od liny na pewno. Jakby to jest samobójstwo albo pozorowane samobójstwo. Either one works. It's just a pile of dust. Nothing interesting here. Here's the metal door. It looks pretty heavy. Yeah, it's actually soundproof. So you can have a huge party inside without bothering anyone. Convenient. Wait a second. What's wrong? I don't get it. This door is soundproof. But you said you heard screaming coming from inside. That was the reason you came here, right? Are you sure you remember it well? Well, yeah, there is a very simple explanation. The door was slightly open, so it didn't block the sound coming from inside. Oh, that makes sense. Sorry for doubting you. That's fine. Ale to jest sas, bo ona już powinna nie żyć, skoro się powiesiła, teoretycznie. Więc, nie wiem, może tu coś będzie? It's the computer that used to operate the karaoke machine. Is there anything to do it that might be important? I don't think so. It's the karaoke machine. Znowu. So much fun with yesterday and now, well, it was only yesterday. Feels like an eternity has passed since then. I don't think we'll be able to enjoy anything anymore. Yeah. Does the karaoke machine have anything to do with this case? I don't know. It's just a coincidence that it happened here. Maybe, but maybe there is more to it. What can you do with a karaoke machine? Well, you can sing, you can record yourself and listen to your listener singing. And that's pretty much it. Actually, that's not true. To jest nieprawda. Ktoś mógł puścić nagranie z tego. By pozorować, że... By pozorować morderstwo. Ale wtedy musiałby ktoś bronić faktu, że było to... O Jezus. Tylko czekaj, w takim razie, czemu Rion nie miałby niby nie pamiętać? Będzie skomplikowany case. O, co jest? Czemu nic nie widać? O, dobra, wróciło. Mam nadzieję, że nie było przez długo nic nie widać. Sprawdzę na streamie. Mówię tylko przez chwilę. Okej, dobra. Dziwne. To jest albo samobójstwo, albo ktoś próbuje pozorować, że to jakby jest samobójstwo i jakby trzymać się tej wersji. Albo właśnie wyrobić Rio. Znaczy i wyrobić, albo jakby... Nothing that would connect to the murder, huh? Well, that's all we can think of for now. O, tu jest jeszcze coś. It's just a chair. O nie. Yeah, but there's a shoe mark on it. And it wasn't there before? Damn if I know. So we don't know anything for sure, huh? Why would someone stand on the chair? Maybe they wanted to replace a light bulb. That's a possibility. Wydaje mi się, że oni są tacy głupi, że nawet nie ogarnęli, że hej, może ona się powiesiła. Jakby ma ślady na szyi, na suficie, widać, że było coś zawieszone, tam jest kabel obok niej leży, jakby... There's so much proof for that. Jakby, tak jak bardzo lubię te scenki pomiędzy chapterami, są fajne, cool, mają sens, w zasadzie też są w miarę ogarnięte. W miarę smaku, tak te triale są robią z gracza debila. Znaczy, może po prostu ja już mam odchył, że już jestem za dobry w te rzeczy, ale trochę się tego robiło w sumie. Ale no. But I doubt the light bulb would be connected to this case. So what do we do? Let's make a note of it anyway. I ciało trzeba sprawdzić. You should check the corpse, right? Yeah, it's never pleasant, but someone has to do it. Absolutnie mi się nie podoba, jak ta lina jest zwinięta. Czy lina, to jest kabel. Ale absolutnie mi się nie podoba, w jakim stanie jest. Microphone cable. Kabel. I nie podoba mi się, jak on jest zwinięty tutaj, bo on nie był tak zwinięty, absolutnie. Chyba, że... Nie wiem, to było bez sensu. One of those were used when singing. It's one of those used when singing, right? I guess so. But now it's just laying there, rolled up and everything. Do you think the culprit used it for something? I don't know. Rio grabbed her with his bare hands. Why would he use the cable? But if it wasn't Rio, oh, you should remember that cable. Sure. Like, czy to jest istotne? Nie. Coś na jej butach. Czy ona ma jakieś brudne te buty? Może nie, bo to jest pod sukienką nie jest nieistotne. There are marks on her neck. Well, considering she was strangled, the question is were these marks left or by Rio's hands or something else? That's what we'll have to find out. Alright then, let's look for something else. Okay, tylko tyle. I think that's all there is to the body. Let's look for other clues. Czy wy coś macie? Hey Rio. Hey. I still don't know what to think about you. Understandable. If I were Rio, I'd also suspect myself, but I would make sure I'll check every clue there was. That's what we're going to do. I learned a lot about investigating from you. I hope I was a good teacher. My life depends on it now. Rio, do you remember anything that could help us? I actually remember something, although it's kind of weird. I think Siri asked me to meet with her. Sayori did what? Yeah, she told me to meet her somewhere, but I don't even remember if I went there. Everything is a blur. If it wasn't Rio, then what could have happened to him? You think the cleric did something to him? Like hit him on the head? We saw Rio strangling Sayori, didn't we? I think so. Wait a second. What's with his lips? Oh, now I see it too. What's wrong with my lips? Ma czarne coś. It's... a nie, blue. Okej. Coś pił może? Coś mu podali do wypicia, żeby go otumanić? Coś masz? Kiedy Katsuya? We're so sorry for your loss. Is this just me, okay? We all lost a friend. You're right, but we know that you took it the hardest. I guess. It's not to bring him to justice for Sayuri. We'll do everything we can do to catch the killer. Do you remember anything that might help us? Not much. You've seen everything I have. I came here, saw what was going on, and tackled him to the ground. And then we found Sayuri. I see. Thank you anyway. Dobra, let's go! Idziemy szukać... Co ty biegasz? Sorry, why did you have to die? To nie jej wina! I mean, to może być w sumie jej wina. Ale jaka ta biblioteka jest ogromna, co jest? A nie mogłeś podnieść, dobra. Zegar. The clock is working properly. Boring. Your ass. This book is called A Thousand Ways to Murder Someone. I think the killer read it? Who knows? Głupota. You really think you can defend Rio? If he's innocent, then yes. We'll see. We'll see about that. What about you? Good luck on the trial, man. Maybe me? Thanks, I'm gonna need it. What's that? Box full of medicine. It seems to have been recently opened. Some of the contents are missing. Where's the medicine in that box? It's labeled as XC12. I have no idea what it means. Let's check the leaflet. What does it say? It's a pacifying drug produced only to be used in the hospitals. Apparently it makes the user extremely relaxed and reduce the reactions of their surroundings to a minimum. So it's like making them into a zombie? That's not a very scientific comparison, but I guess it's partially right. Side effects include temporarily changing the color of one's mouth and tongue. Do you think someone could have given that to Rio? Someone like the killer? Maybe. We need to remember that. It might be the key to proving Rio's innocence. Okay, to jest istotne akurat. Łóżko. Najpierw niżej było the beds. Yeah. Computer! I don't think browsing the files again is going to help us. I guess so. Czekaj, a może coś jest w rogu pokoju? Nie ma nic, dobra. Tupu. Ej, to co chcesz? Hey, Eri. Hi. You're not looking well. Well, I guess I witnessed a murder. Not really a great moment for jokes. We'll see about that. Crunch. I see, sorry about that. Eri, remember how we entered the karaoke room? Remember anything important about it? Not really, I think. So everything that I did. We were alone in the corridor, heard scream, so we entered the room. Then we saw Rio strangling someone in the dark. Katsuya tackled him and then turned on the light. Yeah, that was how I remember it too. Well, it's something, thanks. Czekam, muszę sprawdzić, czy ja zaraz się nie obrócę tutaj. Chyba sobie obrócę to... czekajcie. Chyba sobie ruch tak i... O, będę patrzył na ekran, mimo że patrzę w drugą stronę. That's actually... to akurat pomoże mi teraz. Mi się nie chce... Yeah. Działa? Działa, dobra. I'll try to think something more before the trial, okay. Czekaj, ten jeszcze tutaj jest. Co ty robisz, dziecko? Hi there. Hey. It's a rather crappy day, don't you think? Yeah. How's the investigation doing? Have you got any definite proof to catch Rio? We don't know for sure that it was him yet. Well, okay. Got anything that proves otherwise then? Actually I have. I have lots of things. Dobry kisiel. Well, not yet. Aha, so for now I guess I'm still gonna suspect Rio. Fair point, but we'll have to see how it goes to the trial. Anyway, do you remember anything important, Daichi? Anything that could help us? Details that others may have missed? I don't know. I don't think I saw anything important. I heard the commotion coming from the karaoke room, so I came in. And I saw all of you and there standing over Sayuri and Katsuya pushing Rio to the floor. And then I heard the Mokuma's announcement. I see. Thank you anyway. No problem. Ten Monokuma announcement, że jest tak za późno, to mi bardzo jest dla mnie sas. Hey! Do you realize that Rio is the most likely killer by far? You'll see. This is getting interesting. It sure is. Oh, is it all happening? It's all happening again. Dobra, sprawdźmy te pokoje, może coś tu będzie. Oczywiście, że nic nie ma. A właśnie, zapisał był. Tak, w razie czego? Musimy miała teraz gra skraszować. Ej, ty coś pamiętasz? What? Are you trying so hard with the investigation? You're not gonna get Rio off the hook anyway. Well, we'll see. We're going to catch the real killer, regardless of whether it's Rio or not. Good luck with that. Why do you always have to sound so negative? That's just how I am. Anyway, have you seen anything that could help us? Actually I have. Really? Please tell us. Okay, but you're not gonna like it. I woke up pretty early today and I left my room for a walk. Then I saw him, Rio. What did he do? Well, it's very interesting. He entered Sayori's room. No. Yes, I saw it. He came to her room to capture and murder her for sure. Well, that's pretty damning. Okay, thank you anyway, Alucard. That may prove to be important. Focus account. Okay. To jeszcze nie wszystko w takim razie. Okay, jeszcze coś mam do... Pam, pam, pam. Jak nic się nie dzieje. Jeszcze muszę się pokoić z Sayuri? Chyba tak. Chyba najbardziej sensowny. What are we doing here? Last time we found a crucial clue in Nikita's room. Maybe we can find something in Sayuri's or Rio's room as well. Okay, lead the way. Czekaj, czy mam dostęp do Rio? Okej. Rio chyba tu ma? Nie. To gdzie ma Rio? Gdzie ma... Nie ma żadnego S. Czy ja jestem ślepy? S... To jest chyba S? Okej, to jest 5, a nie S. Tu jest napisane S dobrze. To jest 5. Zresztą to też jest 5. Dobra. Fuck it. Idziemy do łazienki. O, nic nie ma ciekawego. Oczywiście, że nie ma nic ciekawego w łazience. Huh, that's a bottle of something. The label says XC12. Okej, to żeby tylko jest u niej coś ciekawe. A tu jest jeszcze R, dobra. Here keeps his detective's equipment in this drawer. There's no killing equipment there though. Fortunately not. Wait, czekaj, co? Oh. Czy mogę iść w tą stronę? Nie mogę, nie wiem nic, dobra. A mogę iść na zewnątrz? Bo już nic więcej nie ma z wskazówek. O, dobra. Lecimy.
Okay, everyone, the time is up. No more investigating. Once again, I hope you did your best because your very lives depend on it. Now it's time for the trial. Please gather in the main hall in front of the elevator. I'll be waiting in the coach room. Oop, 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 oop.
Coś się dzieje ciekawego? Chyba nie. Chyba się nie dzieje. So this is it. I hope we did enough. We did enough. Oh, Megumi fool, you're here too. Yeah. I think that's everyone. I brought you too. I made sure he wouldn't try anything. I don't want to do this again. Szczerze? Teraz nie mam podejrzeń. Wiem tylko, że Rio jest niewinny, bo to było za proste. I że to może być albo samobójstwo, albo ktoś faktycznie zabił. Jeżeli to jest samobójstwo, to jest bardzo pussy ze strony twórców. No i też mało postaci umrze w takim razie. Ewentualnie też może być ten zielonowłosy Katsuya chyba. Więc albo Katsuya, albo samobójstwo, albo ktoś inny, tylko że dowiemy się dopiero już na trialu, bo nie dostaliśmy żadnych dowodów, które wskazywały na kogokolwiek konkretnego. So like we have a choice. Megumi, how did your investigation go? Well, you found a lot of interesting things. We don't have much time to put it all together, but I'm sure we'll figure it out all during our trial. Let's hope so. Remember, it's not just Rio's life that is in danger here, it's everyone's lives. I know. I will do my best, I promise. Everyone is scared once again. Well, I can bring out the evidence needed to set things right, but this time I can't rely on Rio's help. Sorry, jestem głodny. Okay, everyone's here. Now.
Now enter the elevator, it will take you to the courtroom. In the courtroom, the fate of all of you will be decided. I wonder who will be the next to die, or maybe it'll be all of you. Boo, 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 boo.
Not again. Stay calm, everyone. We just gotta prove it was Rio. I feel you're almost sure of it, that really. It can't be that hard, can it? Of course it can. Of course it fucking can, and it will be. Just like my They're sure it was real. The trial hasn't even started. But what if they really... What if it really is that simple? Nie jest takie proste. To nie jest aż tak proste. To jest proste, ale nie jest aż tak proste. Hey Megumi, you ready for this? I won't be more ready than I am. Yeah. I know you like Rio, but you must accept any truth that we find. I know. I won't run from the truth, whatever it is. But I won't lie, I still hope it wasn't him. It would be much easier if it was, though. Otherwise, we're in for a very tough battle. I know that it won't be easy, but I did it once before. I'm sure we can survive again. I will not fail. I went to the elevator as scared as ever. Oh boy, jak mało ludzików. The elevator slowly descended, making a terrifying sound. This place again. It feels as if we were descending into hell itself. Right down lasts for ages before it finally stopped. And then it was the time for us to face our fates. Oh. Hello again, I've been waiting. While you've been busy, I've redesigned the courtroom. Boo 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 boo. It's unfashionable to do 2 trials with the same decor. What's even the point? The point is we want to look cool. After all, these might be the most important moments of your lives. We're just trying to make a show of your deaths. That's disgusting. Yup. We spent a lot of money on this stuff, so you better be grateful. Ugh. So the same thing the last time. We're not going to appreciate you no matter what. Oh, it's the main suspect. You're energetic for someone who's about to be sentenced to death by his friends. We will see. I believe in everyone. Yeah, whatever. Let's get this up. Let's get this thing on. Boom, bam, bada bing, bada boom, bada. Take our places the same as the last time. We looked at each other. It was like a previous time, but with two people fewer. The atmosphere was terrible. I felt as if I was going to faint. The show of madness was about to begin again. And once again, someone was about to die. And then it began. A game of life and death. A mystery of life and death. A trial of life and death. Actually, yes. Co my tam mamy? Time of death, yeah, known. Byłem cicho, bo jadłem. Coś, co istotne jest. Yummy. In my tummy. Dobra.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you will present your arguments about the murder and vote for the culprit. Your votes will decide the trial's outcome. If you correctly identify the culprit, only they will get punished, but if you make the wrong choice, everyone else will get punished and the culprit will get to leave.
So again, this was done by one of us, right?
Yes, stop asking me about that. I told you before, the rules don't allow me to kill anyone. One of you is the killer and it's final.
Damn, we already knew that. This changes nothing. We're going to find the killer and eliminate. We're going to find the killer and eliminate them. Eliminate? Don't say it like that. Don't say it like it's nothing. Whatever.
Right, no more chit chat. Begin the discussion.
Okay, I'll start. If that's fine with everyone. Sure, go on. Someone murdered Sayuri, and it was one of us.
We know that already.
The murder happened in the karaoke room, today in the morning. Or at least that's where we found the body. She was strangled by the neck, which was the cause of death. Those are the facts that we know for sure. What about Zero's role in it? That's what we'll be trying to establish. What's there to establish? We know that. We know what he did. Here we go. I gotta cut through the rewards and get to the truth. Hey, it's me again, the tutorial guy. You were feeling pretty comfortable after the first trial, weren't you? Well, that's about to change. It's chapter 2, baby. The kid gloves are off. Starting from now on, you will be able to get a game over. You will have to start from the last save in that. Co? Okej, to mi się nie podoba. To jest bezsensowne utrudnienie. Nawet nie jest sensowne utrudnienie. Specjalnie jest ciężki, ale... chyba nie jest. No, można pomyśleć na szczegółach. You start with 7 HP, if you lose them all, you will fail the trial, the HP will be restored at the halfway point of the trial though. For example, in the non-stop debate, you lose 1 HP every time you object to the wrong statement or select the wrong truth bullet. Nothing happens if you go through all the statements without objecting though, you will just be back at the beginning like before. Good luck and try not to suck too much. Fuck you! Make your argument! You've seen you're grabbing Sayuri, right? Continue. Before Katsuya tackled him to the ground. Continue. There's no doubt, he planned and prepared all this. Continue. But what if there was more to it? Continue. Object. Czekaj, Eri to był... Kto? Czekaj. Znaczy jak podam Ryu, no to nie będzie trochę miało sensu. Może Eri? No jednak nie. Okej, to mi się nie podoba. To Rio. Ale to jest trochę bez sensu, bo jakby używam jego argumentu przeciwko... It's not that simple, everyone. Say that Rio prepared all of this. Ryu himself said that he didn't remember anything before we found him. That's right. The last thing I remember was being invited by Sayori. Doesn't remember anything else, it's possible that he was attacked by someone. Attacked? Yes, the attacker could have made him unconscious. Then he only managed to wake up just before he found him. If that's the case, he couldn't have prepared the murder. He was invited by Sayori. He just went there by himself? Megumi, you're basing your entire argument on Ryu's account. You realize that he's the main suspect, right? Exactly, his testimony is highly dubious. If he did it, he would obviously be lying to cover for himself. I am not lying, but I obviously can't expect you to believe me just like that. Please realize it. Unlike Megumi, it seems. Well, właśnie dlatego lepiej było dać Eri, bo też pasuje Eri. To może trochę w innym kierunku porodziła ten titel, ale też pasuje Eri. Well, what if I have evidence? You do? Maybe I do. In short, you're basing your entire argument on the assumption that you prepared the murder. But if he was indeed unconscious before we found him, he couldn't have done that. Yeah, he would have to be innocent. How is that guy innocent? So we just need to prove that he could have been made unconscious, either by the killer or by Sayori herself. Wait, now we're bringing Sayori into this? Wow. Ileż mam prawie? Nie, pół godziny, dobra. Dobry czas, nawet myślę, że idzie mi wolno strasznie. If she was the one who invited you over... Enough of that. We demand evidence, not empty theories. Okay then, so... Do you think someone could have knocked you out? Continue. Like BAM! Just like that, lights out. Continue. Or do you suggest someone could have drugged him? Continue. I haven't seen anything that could be used for this. I have the hole in my memory, I don't remember how they did it. Continue. Drugged him. To jest akurat... Right. Checked. Pacifying drug. Counter! Actually do have something that our mysterious attacker could have used. You have something? Please show. I visited an infirmary with you, and we found an interesting box. Ah, you mean with that drug? Yes, a whole stash of pacifying drugs. Apparently, they are very potent, strong enough to incapacitate a grown man like Ryo, and dose appropriately. Using drugs like that without a professional supervision, that could have been dangerous. Well, if it was the killer, he probably didn't care. So, what you're saying is, someone dragged Ryo and brought him to the karaoke room, but why? Well, obviously to frame him for murder, because they have staged it as if he did it. And incapacitated that Ryo would not be able to defend himself. That makes some sense, but only if we assume that he was indeed drugged. That is most likely scenario. I'm still not convinced. That sounds too easy. Right, Ryo could have gone to the infirmary himself and opened that box to create a red herring. I've never even seen that box in my life. Once again, we only have your word for that. Nah, fair enough, I guess. Don't worry, I'm sure that we can prove that someone dragged Ryo. Okay, argument. Ryo could have opened the box on his own. Continue. Or maybe the box was opened a long time ago, not before the crime. Continue. If the attacker drugged Ryo, he might have slipped it into his breakfast. Nie, bo nie był na śniadaniu. Ryo wasn't even present at the... Yeah. Continue. You can't know for sure if he even swallowed that drug at all. Oh, that's not true. Reject Ryo's blue lip. That one is simple. We already have enough proof to know he was drugged. Oh, that's interesting. Tell us more. This isn't a show, guys. Please stay serious. Anyway, we noticed how Rio's lips has been blue right after we found him. You're right, it was blue. What does that mean? Did he ate something weird? No, that's exactly what the Pacific drug does to you. The leaflet was pretty clear about it. You can read it if you don't believe us. We believe you, don't worry. Interesting, that is a pretty visible side effect. But whoever used it didn't think we would notice, unless they were in such a hurry that they didn't bother to read this. This is also an option. That's dumb. Everyone makes mistakes. Remember how we caught Takeshi's life because of a small error he made? I don't want to remember that, to be honest. So I guess we managed to establish that Rio was indeed drugged. So he couldn't have done that. Who would have thought? This leaves a huge hole in our case, though. A huge hole? I'm interested. A logic hole. What he means was that it contradicts the witness's account, including your own, Megumi. I know. Exactly, this makes no sense. You all saw what happened, right? I guess we did see Ryo strangling Sayuri. Several eyewitnesses are unlikely to be lying. If they saw Ryo grabbing Sayuri, that's probably what happened. But that's not all that happened. What? I don't know if that was the reason why Sayuri died. Remember Monokuma file? What about it? Ah, so you remembered. It was pretty weird, unlike the last one. It didn't specify the time of death. Why did Monokuma leave that part out? Because he wasn't sure? No, of course. Czekaj, tam było coś więcej niż no of course. Czytałem. Muszę się poprawić z tym krześle, jednak mi niewygodnie tak. A moja wygoda jest w tym momencie najważniejsza. Let's go! Ej, czekaj, nie mogę trochę przesunąć tego typa, bo jest trochę... Nie! Czekaj. Przesunąć tego typu. Przesunąć te... A, czekaj. Przesunąć się mogę trochę w tą stronę, żeby nie zasłaniać napisu. Tak, to dobra decyzja. Tak, to dobra decyzja. He knew that the time of death would give us an important clue, because Sayuri was already dead by the time Ryo grabbed her. Sayuri was already dead! What? Whoa! Go on. There are more things that don't add up. I swoją drogą w ogóle zauważyłem. Absolutnie nikt nie zrobił investigation poza samym ten. Jakby to jest protagonista versus wszyscy. I mi się to nie podoba. Bo każdy powinien zrobić na swój sposób investigation i na swój sposób wyciągać wnioski, żeby serial był ciekawy i nie był nudny. Dlatego nie powinno tak być, według mnie. Powinno tutaj lepsze triale trzeba ogarnąć, mordy. Jeżeli ktoś to ogląda. Nikt tego nie ogląda. We all contradict the theory that Ryo just strangled Sayuri when he entered the room. No, now I will show you. Marks on the neck. They don't look like... Oh, yeah, better covered. You got it right, Megumi. What's wrong with her neck? It's the mark that was made when she was strangled, right? Yes, but its size doesn't match. It was made by Ryu's huge hands. Don't call them huge. It'll be wider than that. Why isn't it that huge, Megumi? You should be happy that yeah, it will prove your innocence. Such unsightly thick fingers. Hey! Anyway, let's concentrate on those big fingers for now. They're not big! A, co za głupota największa. They're not big though. I don't think they are. Kania, where's he likes fingers? There they are. They're not big! I kind of feel insecure about that. Rio, do you want me to defend you or not? I'm sorry, I'll shut up now. Anyway, those marks were not made by Rio's hands. That's what I'm saying. I guess that is the logical conclusion. I still don't believe it. But if the mark wasn't made by his hands, what was it made by? Obviously the true case of Sayori's death. Whatever happened to her before Rios grabbed her? Yes, but what could it be? Make your argument. You're sure? You're sure Rios' fingers are too big for that? Continue. But if it wasn't Rio, what could have caused that? Continue. Maybe there was some kind of rope that he could have used? Or perhaps it was one of the cables in the room. Continue. A toilet paper! I read about murder like that. Oh nie! Zamierzałem to be free! Zamierzałem to be free! Oh nie! Agree. Cables. Cables in his ass. Cables in his ass. Kanye West he likes cables in his ass. You're right, Derry. It was done with a cable. Or to be more exact, by one of the karaoke microphone cables from the karaoke machines. After all, it was even lying rolled up near the body when we found it. Right. It has the same thickness as the mark on the neck. How did we miss it? You guys are fucking dumb. At least Megumi didn't. We were so focused on the mirror and what we saw that we didn't take a moment to look around. Yes, you guys are useless, stupid, and you should try more. You guys should do better. Do better. Big company in my ass. Damn, why does it have to be always so complicated? It's always like that with murder cases. Unfortunately, it seems so. Nawet nie jest takie skomplikowane. So in short, whoever murdered Sayori didn't do it with their bare hands. They took the microphone from the Sayori character and used it to Sayori's neck. Damn, microphones are supposed to entertain people, not kill them. Okay, but how exactly did it happen? What do you mean? Do you know how the killer attacked Sayori, or are you just blindly guessing? I actually have an idea. Make your argument. Oh, the killer might have sneaked up on Sayori and strangled her from behind. Continue. Maybe they drugged her just like Rio and killed her while she was unconscious. Continue. Maybe, what if she was hanged? It could have been done in that room. Continue. No, I think they caught Sayori with the cable using it like a lasso. Continue. Taichi, are you for real? Continue. Agree. Mark on the ceiling. I see now. What? What really happened to Sayori? She wasn't just strangled with a cable. She was actually hanged. Hanged? Yes. Wooden bar to the ceiling tells us the whole story. There was a wooden bar there, we haven't even noticed. Anyway, it's got a mark on it. A mark of the same wood as the one on Sayori's neck. Maybe it was made with the same cable? Exactly, and since we already established that the microphone cable was used on Sayori's neck, the same cable would have been used on the bar. So the killer wrapped the cable around Sayori's neck and the wooden bar, and then they hanged her until she died? That's horrible. It must be terrifying to go like that. Fortunately, that's what everything points to. Which means when we saw Rio grabbing Sayori, she was already long dead. Which means I couldn't have killed her. We don't know why exactly Rio was doing that. I can only guess that the killer used the fact that he was drunk and made him do it. So that when the others found them, they would think he was the killer. Smart and evil. Wait a moment. That still doesn't fix a huge contradiction. What do you mean? It's simple. The scream. What scream? Did you forget already? The girls heard a terrifying scream from the corridor. That's why they went there in the first place. It's certainly that the voice that they heard was Sayori's, which means she must have still been alive. So the earliest she could have died was just before they entered the room, which means no one would have time to hang her before she was alive. So it must have been Rio after all, right? Not so fast. We've already got so far. Let's not ruin it because one detail, but it changes everything. No, if we manage to find an answer to it. Hey, did you miss me? I have one last tutorial for you. It's for a new minigame called Letter Labyrinth. In this minigame you will have to form a word that will answer the question at hand. To do it, you must catch the letters running around the labyrinth one by one. Start with the first letter of the word and continue on. If you catch the wrong letter, nothing will happen. You can't get a game over in this minigame for some reason. Good luck! I mean, może to I dobrze. Czekaj, o Jezu. What caused the scream Megumi and Eri heard? O Jezus, to była ta machine. Recorder. Ja jebie. No chodź tutaj. Erdis czy... Nie, czekaj. Karaoke. To jest... Ja jebie. Już tutaj dobrze nie można, bo tutaj to sobie już to sobie... Chodź tu! Zdecydowanie dobrze nie można dać end game'u, bo to game overa, bo to było niezbalansowane. Karaoke. Chodź tu. Karaoke. Już zrobili ruszanie się tego. Głównie już błędem. Got it! What? Karaoke? Yes, this is the detail that solves all the contradictions. It also ultimately proves why Monokuma didn't want to disclose the time of Sayori's death. I'm not sure I get it. The karaoke machine has a recording function, remember? Yeah, so you could theoretically record anything you want and play it at a later moment. Something like a scream? Exactly. I get it. You did indeed hear Sayori's scream, but it didn't happen when you heard it. In reality, the killer recorded Sayori screaming a long time before, when she was still alive. And then you were close. Then when you were close, they played the recording to lure you into the room, thinking she is just being murdered. So it would be natural that they would think Rio just killed her. That was exactly what happened. What do you think, Rio? I'm almost impressed by the killer. To go so far to frame me. Interesting. Okay, but one thing bugs me. We had to record that scream before they killed Sayori, right? But what if we heard it happen? What? We would have entered the room before they killed her and ruined the entire plan. Make an argument. Właśnie. Nie, soundproof. They probably recorded their scream at night. Continue. What if it wasn't Sayori? What if they just changed their voice? Continue. We don't have an ultimate voice actor. Continue. Regardless, we would have to hear it. It happened. It was so loud. Continue. Could create such a recording that it's really too. I guess you could. Checked. Soundproof door. You see, that's how it happened. That's right, I completely forgot about the soundproof door. So all the killer had to do was close the door. And then they could record all the screaming they wanted without any intermission. Smart. Aha, I remember now. When we entered the room, the door was not fully closed. I didn't give it a second thought back there. But I guess the killer deliberately left it open there, so I could hear the scream from the inside. I'll actually clear some things up. So we probably managed to clear Rio's name for now. But we still have no clue about the real killer. The pieces are slowly falling into place. I'm sure we will get to them eventually. We will get whoever did this to Sayuri. We have reached the halfway point of the trial. Taka has been restored. You wish to save? Yes. Dobra. No teraz tak. Mamy wszystko rozstawione, mamy wszystkie karty wystawione. Czy to jest faktycznie ktoś za tym stoi, czy ona się sama zabiła? Jeżeli faktycznie ktoś za tym stoi, to podejrzewam najbardziej Katsuyo, jeszcze najbardziej Sas. A resztę w sumie... Mam tylko nadzieję, że to nie jest jakiś smart typ. Tylko jakaś bezużyteczna postać, która nam się nie przyda później. Obu najmilsze. Ale... Katsuyo mi się najbardziej Sas, bo on był tam i nie było komunikatu. Okay then, but how did the killer actually capture the scream? Did he force Sayuri to record it? Well, probably. Maybe she just screamed while she was getting hanged. It'll be hard to scream so loud with your throat wrapped up by the cable. Well, what else are you suggesting? She recorded the scream by herself? The recording could have happened at any time since we discovered the second floor. Wait, Nene, what did you say? What, me? Yes, just right now. That Sayuri could have recorded the scream by herself. Well, it's a stupid idea. Oh no. What's wrong, Megumi? This is starting to remind me of Yukito case. And that's not good. What do you mean? Just thought of a certain piece of evidence we haven't used yet. And if my hunch is right, in short we have proved that a certain person was planning something sinister. Well, yeah, it was the killer. No, I mean apart from that, and it's a person that we cannot identify. What the hell? What do you mean, Sayuri? Please don't tell me you're saying that the victim planned the crime again. I don't know that. I'm just saying that Sayuri was planning something. Yeah, but what? Remember what Yurio said? He was invited by Sayuri. You can assume he went to her. And then he was somehow drugged by someone. And the next moment he's found at the scene of the murder. I don't know if it was Sayuri's plan though. Make your argument. So you're saying that Sayuri dragged him? Continue. Nothing connects her to the dragging though. Continue. It could easily have been someone else. Continue. Yeah, the killer dragged both Sayuri and Ryo. Continue. Sayuri didn't have a blue lip, remember? Continue. She could have been hit in the head instead. Continue. Actually, no, that's not true. This is why I think it was Sayuri who dragged Yuyo. A bottle! Is this the same drug as before? Yes, the same as those we found in the infirmary. One bottle, and it was recently opened. And looking at it, you can see that at least some of the content has been used. So that's the bottle that was used to drug Ryo, right? Very likely so. And the place where we found it was? That's right, Sayuri's room. The killer left it there to confuse us. If they wanted to frame someone, they probably wouldn't choose probably wouldn't choose the victim. Not to mention they were already framing Rio, so that's why she invited me. Interesting. So we can assume that it was Sayuri who dragged Rio, right? I think so. And Rio was then set up to look like the killer. Yeah. So does that mean that Sayuri set up her own murder? Well, I'm not sure. If you want to make bold claims, then hold on to them. Stop trying to blame it on Sayuri. It's the killer's fault. Do we have anything to prove that she could participate in the plan? Maybe we have something. Question. What suggests Sayuri participated in the murder? Select the truth bullet. Może shoes mark on the chair? The chair? What does it have to do with anything? Bear with me for a moment. I'll explain my train of thought. Okay. Imagine if the killer dragged or otherwise made Sayuri unconscious. Then, to hang her, they would have to tie the cable to her neck, put it over the bar, and pull her up. Probably, yeah. But we found that shoe mark on the chair. It wasn't there before. Mine was most likely left by Sayuri just before she died. But how does that change anything? Also, to jest tylko jedna, ten plus... Nie, dobra. Well, if she stood upright on the chair and put the cable on her neck, then it basically looks like a suicide. Yes, indeed. So what you're saying is, she killed herself? This is getting crazy. Jakby dla mnie to było oczywiste już przy samym... Jakby przy pierwszych dowodach to już było oczywiste, że to jest samobójstwo. Jakby... samobójstwo albo upozorowane samobójstwo. Jakby, yeah. A oni dopiero teraz odkrywają, że hej, może to jak samobójstwo jest. So it wasn't murder, but it's suicide. Sayuri, why would she... Well, come on, what happens in case of a suicide death?
We hold the trial and vote as normal. You just have to vote for the victim. Of course, that's sad. The sad part is that I can't execute anyone then. How boring.
Hey, that means one less death, right? That's a good thing. Did Sayuri do all that by herself? No, she didn't. What? But it was who just said that... Well, it was you who just said that they did. No, I just said she participated in it. I never said she did it alone. I have a bad feeling about where this is going. I think I know what you mean. It's going to be a conundrum indeed. You mean detectives? Please speak normally, okay? We don't get it. You're saying there was a collaborator, right? Yes, the crime has been set up by two people. One of whom was Sayuri herself. How do we know that? There were a lot of things that we done after Sayuri was already dead. Someone else must have done them. A mi ten kabel został zwinięty, krzesło zostało dosunięte. Nikt nie przychodzi do głowy, to Katsuya. Ale dlaczego? Sayuri was already dead. Someone else must have done it. Removing the cable from her neck, setting Rio in position, playing the screen from the machine. Yeah, yes, that makes sense. So Sayuri stood up on the chair, put a cable around her neck, and then what? The killer took the chair from underneath her. What else? But what if she killed her? What if she kicked it herself? What's the difference? The difference is obviously who was responsible for the death. But then, oh no. Exactly. That's what I was worried about. The two of them left us in a situation where we can't decide which one of them was the killer. O nie! I mean, okej, to akurat jest spoko. To akurat nie jest najgorszy. Znaczy lepszy jest niż drugi trial, to na pewno. Bo jest teraz takie, nie wiadomo co, trzeba będzie teraz decydować. Albo szukać dowodu jakiegoś, którego ja teraz nie mam w głowie. We have no way of knowing who took the chair, therefore we don't know if it was a suicide or a murder. That's so screwed up. Does Monokuma even know what really happened?
Of course I do. I know everything that happens here. I'm 100% certain I have the right killer. You have to. I'm 100% certain I have the right killer. You just have to vote correctly for them.
So what? We have only a 50% chance of survive? Not even that much. We still don't even know who the collaborator was. So we just have to vote for Sayuri, right? It's the best shot we have. Hey, I don't wanna gamble with my life, okay? This is getting nowhere. Stay calm, everyone. There must be something that we still haven't considered. Right, Megumi? Well, let's discuss it and see what we find. Make your argument. Okay, I've decided it was a suicide. Continue. Sorry could have just kicked the chair aside. Continue. Then the other person was there just to confuse us? Continue. No, it must have been the killer. Sarah didn't do it. Continue. She is still participating in the plan regardless. Continue. There's just nothing that proves whether the second person was involved. Project. Daichi's account. Daichi's account. Bo tutaj trzeba przywołać, że ten... I chyba Katsuya będzie jednak zabity. Yes. Bo on jest mordercą chyba wtedy. Jako morderca. O Jezus, już zaschło. That's it! Daichi's words are the key to this entire case. Wait, me? What did I say? What is this code announcement? This changes everything. I think I should be more clear about that. Remember what Daichi said? He entered the room, saw the body, and then heard the announcement. So that would mean... Project Drive. How many people other than the killer have to see the body for the announcement to play? 4 chyba. Czy 4 powinno być to logicznie według gry? Czemu ronk? Twoja stara jest ronk. Według tej gry powinno być 4, ale dobra. 3. Who wasn't able to notice the body because of their state? Aha, Rio... Okej, Rio jakby, że nie mogę zobaczyć ciała, że... Dobra, sure. Correct, Rio. Czyli to zostaje Katsuya i chyba to nią zabił w takim razie. Znaczy jednak... Dobra, pozbyliśmy się wkurzającej pary. Honestly, to jest plus. And those who count which person... Yeah, czyli... Tak jak mówiłem, albo upozorowanie morderstwo i Katsuya jest najbardziej sus, albo... yeah. This bitch. Znaczy, ona sama się zabiła. Third? Nie, czekaj, third było chyba na samym początku, nie? Yeah. Czemu nie było podanych imion? Congratulations, summary. One HP recovered. Now everything makes sense. It does? I think I need to explain it to everyone in details. Ah, sure. We know how the body's harassment works, right? Yeah, it plays when we found the body. More precisely, it's played after the third person noticed the body. Yes, but those 3 people do not include the killer. Well, yeah, of course. Now, this time the announcement played when Daichi saw the body. But Daichi was the fifth person at this scene, right? This makes no sense. I was also confused, but then I realized that... Okej, czyli to jednak jest było istotne, ja dobrze to zauważyłem. Bo zwykle zapomniałem to coś. So yeah. I'm a good boy, good detective boy. I was also confused by that, but then I realized that Ryo doesn't count. His state didn't allow him to properly notice the dead body. Are you saying of that? We should confirm it with Monokuma.
Sure, I can confirm that. Drugged zombies don't count towards the body announcement.
I see. Which means Daichi was the fourth person to actually see the corpse. This still doesn't add up. 4 does not equal 3. With a bright observation. There is only one way to explain this. Question: how can we explain this contradiction? Daichi didn't see the body. Someone else didn't see the body. One of the other three was the killer. The killer? Yes, if the killer was one of the first 3 people at the scene, then it would make sense for Daichi to be counted as number 3. And that's why the announcement didn't play before I came in. Okay then, but that means that the killer has to be me, Eri, or Katsuya. Whoa, I didn't do it! Well, me neither. And of course, I will deny that I did it as well. So we have to guess? Now we just have to prove that one of them did it. And how do you plan to do that? I will think of something, just give me a moment, okay? Megumi, can you close this thing out? I think so. No, I know what I can. No, I don't know. Okay. It could have been any of these 3. Continue. Maybe we can expose one of them as a liar. Continue. Well, Megumi and I entered the room together. Continue. And I came in just after the 2 of you. That's not true. Continue. Then they saw Ryo and Katsuya attacked him. Continue. Maybe it was someone else after all. Continue. Look at the count. Daichi account, chyba area account. Yeah. No, Katsuya, I'm afraid you aren't completely honest with us. What do you mean? I entered the room after you too, remember? You saw me! Yeah, that's what I thought too. No, remember what you said? What I said? Yes, you said you were completely alone in the hallway. But when we came in, Katsuya was right behind us. How is that possible? It's simple. Katsuya didn't enter the room from the corridor after us. He was inside the entire time. What? You said the main light was turned off, right? So one could easily hide in the corner in the darkness, and then pretend to enter the room when you passed them. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Oh man. So what you're now saying is that I'm the killer? You think I could do that to Sayuri? Is it weird? But it is weird, but so was Sayuri's behavior before her death. However, for now, we're not here to guess why, but who did it? And all the evidence here points to you. That's bullshit! I could never hurt Sayuri, never! I only recently met her, but she already meant so much to me. We spent a wonderful time together, had plans for our future. I loved Sayuri, you know? I could never do it. Katsuya, please calm down. No, I will not! You will not drag me down! Drag me into this. I need to get through his words. Duel! Boom, 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 boom. O Jesus, jaki horny. Okej, czyli spozorowane morderstwo. Pozorowane suicide, znaczy się. Niepozorowane morderstwo. Yes. To jest druga, wow. You're just talking nonsense now. There is nothing that connects me to this crime. Ryo was invited by Sayuri. He went to the bedroom. Ryo was then hit in the head, drug. His attacker took him to a karaoke room. Ryo was chosen to be the fake killer. We know that the killer has to be one of the first few people to discover the body. Ed and I can provide each other's alibis, which just leaves you as the sole suspect. And the room just behind you from the corridor. I attacked you because I thought he was the killer, just as you did. Sayuri, who was participated in the plan, was forced to participate, but chose. She recorded herself screaming. She then lay down on the floor, stood on the chair. She was tied to the wooden bar, and the killer used the cable. No, you were hiding in the shadows in the karaoke room the whole time. You attacked the Ryo as a part of your plan to set him up. After all, you made him stand where he did just before we entered. I love Sayuri. How can you say things like that? I could never hurt her, not in a million years. The killer opened the door, closed the door. She was struggling Sayuri. He used the karaoke machine to play Scream. The killer hid in the corner. After we entered, they tried to attack Ryo. We already explained that Sayuri herself took the part in this plan. We were just doing what she wanted to do. You didn't have to do anything against her will. That's it, Katsuya. It's all clear now. So, he really did it? I thought you liked Sayuri. Just confess already. I... Fine. It's all over now. Do whatever you want. So, you admitted it was you? Yes. Just be quick about it. Do your whole summary thing and we can get this over with. Right. The summary. Remember how to do it, right? Yeah, I can do it. Right, I summarize the entire case to everyone. I must make sure that I list every point of the events, so that no one will have any doubts about what happened. This is it! This whole case started when Sayuri came up with her plan. She went to the infirmary and found the pacifying drug. She took the bottle of it and brought it to her room. She then asked Ryo to visit her in her room. Ryo went to her, but then unexpectedly attacked by Sayuri, who drugged him and took him to the karaoke room. The culprit also went there at the time. Sayuri used the recording function of the karaoke machine to record her scream. At the time, the door was closed. Sayuri and the culprit took the microphone cable and rolled one of the ends around her neck. The other end was then tied on the wooden bar under the ceiling. Sayuri then stood up in one of the chairs in the karaoke room. The chair was then took out from underneath her by the culprit. The culprit took the chair from underneath her feet. This caused her to be tangled and soon die. The culprit then took Sayuri's and Ryo's bodies and set them up. It looked like he was strangling her. They opened the door and waited until someone was coming. Then they played Sayuri's scream from the karaoke machine. They hid in the shadows next door and waited for the to enter. Finally, they pretended to enter the room just behind us and then tackled Ryo, attacking surprise. And the person who did all that was you, Katsuya Hayabushi. That's it. The whole case summarized. Brilliant as always. Looks like Katsuya isn't denying it anymore too. Is that how it went, Katsuya? Yes. But why would you do that, Katsuya?
Okay, let me butt in here for a moment. All this talk of but why comes later, you know. Right now, you've reached your conclusion, which means that it's voting time. Please vote using the patterns on your desks. And choose who you think is the killer. Oh, and remember, Make sure you vote for someone, otherwise you will be punished as well.
I hate this part. Okay, let's do this.
Let's see the verdict. Will it be right, or will it be horribly wrong? I can't wait. That is absolutely correct. The culprit who killed Sayuri Kurosawa was none other than her very boyfriend, Katsuya Hayabushi.
So, it was really you. I did not expect that. That's so horrible. I think we deserve some explanation, Katsuya. Huh? What will it change now? Sayori is gone. Nothing will fix that. No matter what we do. Just kill me and get it over with. It was Sayori who asked you to do it, right? Oh, how did you? It makes sense in light of all that we've learned. Sayori took part in the plan on her own free will. It was almost like a suicide. And you would never hurt her against her wishes, would you? Of course I wouldn't. I didn't want to do it, but Sayuri, can you talk about it? I guess so. There's just nothing else left for me. You want to hear the truth, right? Okay, I'll tell you the truth. It all started yesterday in the morning. So you used that flashback light thing? Yes. She said with a worried look on her face. Didn't you? I did, but it wasn't anything that would change my mind about stuff. I see. Well, it was different for me. What did you see? You see, I have an incurable illness. I lost all my memories about it, but now they came back. An illness? What kind of illness? It's not important now. What's important is I've only got a few months left to live. What? That's impossible. Are you sure? I am. There is no hope left for me. I'm sorry. I really wanted to spend more time with you. Are you apologizing? It's you who is dying. Isn't there any special super expensive therapy abroad or anything? No, I'm afraid not. Not even money can save me now. She looked resigned and scared at the same time. That is horrible. I don't know what to say. Listen, I've been doing some thinking and I know what I want to do. You do? I want to use what's left with my life. I want to use what's left with my life and help the person I care about the most. That is you. Me? I don't want you to die here. Unlike me, you've got your whole life ahead of you. So I will help you get out. Help? But how? I will sacrifice my life, and you will be the one who will technically end it. What? You want me to kill you? I could never do that. I want to leave this world on my own terms. Now, when I'm still capable of speaking and thinking. Now, not when I'm bound to bed, unable to move. I just want you to help me. Sayori! You will make it look like someone else did it. You will make it look like someone else did it. They will never know that it was you. And just like that, you will be able to leave this place. But they've got the detective. He'll surely discover the truth. Do not worry. I have a plan on how to get him out of the picture. It will work, trust me. I will not give up my life in vain. But I... Please, do it for me. As one last favor, okay? Boże, jak ona jest toksyczna, o mój Boże, jak to jest okropne. Z jednej strony ją rozumiem, ale z drugiej strony... Damn, that's fucking toxic. Okay, I will do as you say. If that is what you want, I will help you. And soon after that, she was gone. And soon after that, she was gone. Never to open her eyes again. Never to look at me the way she did. Just gone. I was devastated. I barely even wanted to live. But I know I had to be strong for her. That's why she would have wanted. And that's how it went. Oh, that is so sad. I had no idea she was actually dying the whole time. No one did. Not even herself. Until she was given her memories. So again, it's Monokuma's fault. He was the one who gave us flashback lights. But is it really? She would have died soon anyway. She wanted to sacrifice her lives for something, but she failed. No, it was I who failed. I failed to properly execute her plan and got caught. I failed, Sayori. I'm so sorry. At least she was able to live with peace and dignity, just as she wanted. At least I could give her that match. Katsuya. This is horrible. I can't believe it. How many more tragedies will we witness here? Sayori, I'll be joining you soon. Hope you will be able to forgive me. This was so heartbreaking. Sayori's and Katsuya's story was so sad. I couldn't believe it. She was left in a situation where she would die either way. So she decided to use the rest of her life for something. I will not applaud her. She did want to sacrifice us together with her, after all, but I can understand her desperation. I will not think bad of her or of Katsuya. Now there's nothing more than that we can do for them.
What a sad story. It would make for a terrific soap opera episode. But every tearjerker melodrama has it in some way. And the ending I have prepared will get you off your seats.
Why do you have to do it? Has he suffered enough?
Exactly. It will basically be a mercy kill at this point. See, your friend has already given up on life. Your friend has already given up on life.
Sayori wanted to let me live the rest of my life, but I couldn't do it. Maybe it'll be for the best. After all, you all will be able to survive. Katsuya, please, everybody, live for the both of us, okay? Just remember that we were once here with you. We will never forget the two of you, we promise. I don't want him to go.
Too bad. The time is up. Say goodbye to your cleaning friend. I have prepared a very special punishment for the ultimate cleaner, Katsuya Hayabushi. It's punishment time! Bum.
Captain Katsuya Hayabushi in automatic laundry. Katsuya has been tied to a wall. You could only watch as he struggled to break free, to no avail. Suddenly a huge washing brush appeared from below the floor. Spinning, it slowly made it move towards Katsuya. brush what Katsuya face mercilessly. Could barely breathe through all the water and soap. Oh, the brush then receded back onto the floor. Instead of a new brush appeared, one made of razor-sharp metal blades. The metal brush started moving towards Katsuya's face, similar to the previous one. It was spinning faster and faster as it approached him. Finally, the blades reached Katsuya's body and tore it apart mercilessly. To jest koniec, czy jeszcze coś? We were unable to do anything as his life came to an end. Katsuya's lifeless, bloody body was still hanging from the wall. The huge puddle of blood beneath only became bigger as more blood fell down on the floor. O ja zjebałem z muzyką, dobra. This wasn't as shocking as the last time. This wasn't as shocking as last time. Nie było, to było bardziej brutalne niż tamto, ale dobra. But it was just as horrible. Ty umierasz następnym odem, mam nadzieję. Why? Why did it have to happen? Katsuya? Well, that was screwed up.
Whoa, another amazing execution done. How are you feeling, guys?
Are you seriously asking us?
Well, yeah, I'm also doing this show for you after all.
We don't want any of that though.
Oh, one day you'll appreciate what I'm doing here.
I don't think so.
Well then, if you don't like it that much, why do you keep killing each other? I told you, you can always just decide to live in peace. But no, that just wouldn't sit right with you. So I'm sure we will have another case here soon, and then another one until you're all gone. Boop 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 boop. This is going to be so fun.
That damn bear.
Yeah, that's me. Well, thanks for another dose of delicious despair. Bye.
He's gone. Good. He's the last person I wanted to see now. So, we survived again, but we lost 2 more people. It was all so wrong. I wonder if our captors and their audiences are enjoying this. They must be, since they keep the game running. Who can be sick enough to enjoy this? I can't even begin to imagine that. Not everyone has a mind that you can comprehend. Some people are capable of things you would never imagine. Ugh. So, what next? What's there to do? We keep living here until the same thing happens again. You think it will happen again? After the first one, I could delude myself thinking it was the last one. But now, there is no hope for that. You're absolutely incapable of preventing anything like that from happening. I've had enough of all of you. For associating with you can only lead to tragedy. That's why starting from now, I am not on your side anymore. Hey Alucard, it's not the time for jokes like that, you know? Do I look like I'm joking? Oh. Hey, Mikumi. Hey. Survived again. Czekajcie, muszę sprawdzić tylko szybko, czy jest chapter 3, bo miło jakby był chapter 3, musiałbym ogarniać potem nadrabiać. What? Co? Jakie? Co? He? Czego jest zablokowana ta strona? Co jest? He? Co do cholery? Wait, tutaj coś jest. A, dobra. Okej, tu są te... Coś w ogóle nowego doszło, to jestem ciekaw. O! Zrobili redesign całkowity. O, mój chyba design, albo nowy ten... Okej, dobra, czekaj. Gdzie to jest? To coś jeszcze jest. Blowback. Dobra, wait. To jest live or die. Co jest? Dlaczego? Nie, 2 chaptery są tylko dobre i chapter 3 był w maju. Update'owany, dobre. Dlaczego jest niby? Co jest? Co? Pojebało kogoś. O, dobra, no dobrze. Dobra, może nie dobrze, ale... A, bo to jest translacja. O, dobra. Tutaj się skupiłem na czymś innym, dobra. Nie, wracając. Szybko to skończymy i lecę gadać, jaka będzie następna danga. Ale widzę, że do niej wrócimy długo chyba, a o ile w ogóle wrócę, nie wiem, czy będę wracał do dang, które już jakby nie mają dodatkowe chaptery, a nie chcę, dobra. You survived again. Yeah. And it's thanks to you. They would surely decide that I was the killer if it wasn't for you. Thank you, Megumi. You saved me and everyone else. I had to do it. It was my life on the line too. Still, thanks, and Megumi, please watch out for yourself. They targeted me because they thought I was the biggest threat. Now people will think the same of you. Oh, you're... Znaczy to w sumie zrobili na samym początku, ale dobra. Oh, you're right. I will keep my focus. Will the next killer try to frame me? Wait. When was it decided that there will be the next one? They really lose all my hope of ending it peacefully? And now with Alucard basically declaring war on us? Co kurwa emo zrobi? Goth, bitch, emo. Po prostu zawiążmy go w kajdany i wyrzućmy do piwnicy. Co za problem? No się będzie się cieszył z tego. Shut you bitch ass mouth. I have to keep trying to keep everyone safe. Today we lost 2 more people. I will always remember Sayuri and Katsuya. That's what we promised them. Their tragedy wouldn't happen if it wasn't for this horrible place. It happened because of the mastermind, whoever they are. But now we can't do anything more for them. We can only make sure we don't forget them. Ooh.
So the game is moving forward as expected. I must say, you're doing pretty good. As a mastermind. If you keep this up, it will be a first-class killing game. Heck, even Junko Noshima herself would be impressed.
Honestly, it's shitty. I don't think Junko Noshima would appreciate this one. The killings are basic a bit. I simply hope so. Ciekawe, kto jest ten mastermind. Bam. Bam. Już jedna czwarta osób padła. To be continued. This is the waiting room. You can save your game. You can wait until the next chapter comes out. When it's released, just copy your save file to its folder and you'll be able to continue from where you left off. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Anyway, wait, nie tutaj. Muszę patrzeć. No nie, znowu grałem, znowu nie widać. Co za bullshit. Dawaj na samym końcu jeszcze. Jak tak możesz w ogóle. Czekajcie. Dobra, to ja to kończę szybko. O, wyszło dłużej niż się spodziewałem, ale trochę był dłuższy trial i troszeczkę... Po prostu. Cześć, trzymajcie się i... Widzimy się w jakiejś kolejnej Dangandze pewnie... Nie wiem, teraz potem nagrywanie jest może niedługo. Yes.